Hello and welcome to this edition of Chasing the Dollar, brought to you by Sportingbet. I'm Ben Way. Great to have your company. Benny Damon, well, as is always the case, he's travelling the country, staying in five-star resorts. But Adam Pengilly, he's a determined character and he likes to sit down, study the form and be in here every week. It's good to see you. How are you?
Good to see you too, Ben. Good to have you back on the desk as well.
It's good to be here. Now, the Gardens quality Group 1 racing to look forward to.
Yeah, looking forward to Friday afternoon. The heats, the semi-finals of Derby and Futurity. It's a series that always creeps up on us early in the new year, but some really good pups engaged on Friday afternoon, and a couple of greyhounds I think might be able to make their mark on open age series over the next 12 to 18 months. It'll be very interesting to see how the semi-finals pan out on Friday afternoon.
Yeah, we'll get to the quaddie legs there very shortly, but first and foremost, we're going to start at Wentworth Park and the feature race there.
Yeah, looking forward to it, Ben. It's the final leg of the quaddie. Going for number 2, Billy Buzzard here. He was really good to us last week and ran pretty good time as well. I know his time was a little inferior to King Cobber, but I think there's a couple of factors in his favour on Saturday night here. It was his only second run at Wenny. He was 3 weeks between runs and he's got a better box draw on Saturday night. King Cobber tends to track a little bit right in the first 20 or 30 metres. Should give a nice passage for Billy Buzzard to rush through towards the lead near the rail there. If he does lead, it'll be very hard to run down. So number 2, Billy Buzzard is my top pick in the race. Number 3, King Cobber goes in for second. Came of age last week, jumped really well, carved out some pretty good time. Just prepared to play Billy Buzzard, hopefully a little bit of better value as well. Number 7 here, Skeeter goes in for third. Plenty of early speed, should be carving across from out wide on the track. And throwing number 6, Magic Display, for fourth. My numbers are 2, 3, 7 and 6.
All right, that's Wentworth Park. Let's focus on the Gardens now because, as we touched on at the top of the show, there's some quality racing there as well. Let's start with the first leg of the quaddie.
Ben, I'd love to have a direct line to Jodie and Angie Lord to hear what they got to say about their 3 litter siblings in this race here. I'm going for a really rough result, number 2, Corborn Cobra, and hopefully she'll be well and truly into double figures here. She was pretty good to the line last week, got held up going around in the back straight, found plenty of trouble. The start before that found the same sort of thing behind King Cobber. She hasn't had a whole lot of luck in her last couple of starts, but she's really strong to the line. The reason I'm prepared to back her here on an each-way basis is number 3, Little Satisfies, is a greyhound that darts towards the outside. She's drawn outside Corborn Cobra. She's going to get a beautiful run. She just has to be good enough to take advantage. She's going to be well and truly into double figures here. Happy to have a nice little stab at her at a decent price. Number 8, Smashing Sally goes in for second. Looks to get a nice passage with a rail in Bella Sonora drawn on her inside. Number 5, Corborn Whip, looks awkwardly drawn, but has been racing really well of late, goes in for third. And number 4, Lani Banani, was absolutely fantastic last week. If she drew any other box, probably would have been my top pick in the race. But having drawn outside a greyhound like Little Satisfies is going to be quite difficult for her. My numbers are 2, 8, 5 and 4.
Race number 6 and second leg of the quaddie, and there might be a short price one in this one. Going for box number 2 again.
Yeah, I think I am, Ben. Ritzahati, she's a top greyhound. On face value, she might have been a little bit disappointing watching the race for the first time last week when she couldn't run down Lani Banani. If you have a look at the times, there's a reason why she couldn't run down that greyhound after stumbling out of the boxes. She's a Group 2 winner last month. Looks to have a bit of a class edge on most of these. Provided she doesn't stumble out of the boxes like she did last week, I'm expecting number 2, Ritzahati, to win and to win well. Number 7, Zipping Delta goes in for second. Came through that same heat last week, was absolutely superb to the line, carving across from box 7, can run a decent race at odds as well. Number 1, Queen Esther, looks pretty well boxed down in the red there, should be able to run a race too. And number 4, Unbelief, is one for your multiple players. My numbers are 2, 7, 1 and 4.
All right, race 7 and the third leg. I put it to you, what did Boyce Road do wrong last time?
He didn't do much wrong, Ben. He was absolutely fantastic, and there's no doubt in my mind he's clearly the best greyhound in the race, but he doesn't have the best draw, to be honest. He's got Big Hoff on his outside, who veered alarmingly towards the rails last week, and Big Hoff has plenty of early speed as well. If he gets out of the traps nicely, he can cause some real trouble to Boyce Road. I'll be surprised if Boyce Road doesn't make the final. I'm prepared to back something at a little bit better value in the race, which is why I'm leaning towards number 1, Evil Punk. Now, he was pretty plain last week. It was only a fair effort, I thought, but his form before that reads pretty well behind the likes of Double Twist and Gradance. He looks like he gets a suck run behind the likes of Black Road from the inside here. If he can get through that first turn unimpeded, he'll be really strong to the line late. At around that $4 mark, hopefully a little bit better. I reckon he's a really good each-way bet on Friday afternoon. I've thrown in number 7, Boyce Road, for second. Like I mentioned earlier, he's clearly the best greyhound in the race. I'd be surprised if he doesn't make the final, but from the draw, prepared to just bet around him here. Number 2, Black Road, the kennel mate, goes in for third. Plenty of early speed, should be running a cheeky race. And number 6, Zipping Snooking, can also run a race at some value as well. My numbers are 1, 7, 2 and 6.
All right, and as we head into the last, no pressure here. This one may be carrying our quaddies and hopefully your quaddies as well as we head into the last leg. No pressure here, buddy.
Number 5, Ben, Red Road. Really smart pup. He maps the leader for mine. The draw looks a little bit awkward on face value, but there's not a lot of pressure on his outside. I can only really see Waymore's Blues or maybe even Lochinvar Impact punching up underneath and put pressure on. But if he leads, he can probably get in the queue. He's a really smart pup, this one. Red Road to win the race. Number 4, Zipping Brock is also a smart greyhound. Found the line really well last week. Has to improve from his first look at the Gardens, but I reckon he's a chance of making the final. Number 1, Waymore's Blues with his early speed, goes in for 3rd, can run a race as well. Number 3, Lochinvar Impact for 4th. Red Road's a really good bet. My numbers are 5, 4, 1 and 3.
All right, plenty of good racing on, but it's time now to pick the best shot of the night. What do we got?
We're going to stick to the quaddie legs, Ben. Race 8, number 5, Red Road. Really smart pup. Not a whole lot of speed on his outside. I think he just charged the lead and just wins.
Okay, well, your quaddie hinges on it, so let's hope so. What's your best long shot?
Yeah, in the first leg of the quaddie, Ben, the first Futurity semi-final, race 5, number 2, Corborn Cobra, expecting her to be well and truly into double-figure odds. She gets the right run. She's pretty good enough to take advantage, but at double-figure odds, fantastic each way bet, I think.
There you go. Sounds handy. We might have to get involved in that, but now we might run through the quaddie. As we touched on the last leg, let's hope that we can get there. What else have you got?
I think our best bets play really wide in the first Futurity semi-final, so I've included Corborn Cobra, Smashing Sally, Corborn Whip, and Lani Banani. In the second leg, I think Ritza Hattie wins. We'll just take Zipping Delta for a little bit of insurance. In the third leg, we'll go with Evil Punk, Boyce Road, and Black Road. And the last leg, if we're still alive, it all hinges on Red Road.
4, 2, 3, 1. Quite easy there. We're going pretty tight. Let's hope that we can get it, even though we're going with some skinny options. Thank you very much once again.
No problems, Ben. Looking forward to Friday afternoon at the Gardens and the feature in the Australia Day Cup on Saturday night.
Yeah, best of luck. Best of luck with your investments. Thanks very much for watching Chasing the Dollar, brought to you by Sportingbet. We look forward to speaking to you again next week.